Okay, so my first attempt at CTA, it was horrible. I went to write the tests, the first test I studied, but I didn't study enough. I didn't understand. I went to the classes that unisa provided as well, but I still, in the end, I didn't study enough, and it was just horrible because even though I had to study for a test, I was going through a very emotional time in my life that year. And even at the beginning, it started very emotional, the emotional roller coaster I was on that year. So my first test was horrible. So then I tried with the second test, and that was just as horrible. Like, I couldn't get 40. I couldn't get 40 for these tests. I couldn't. Whereas in my undergrad, I was getting distinctions for my subject, and now all of a sudden I can't get even 40 for a simple test because it's so much work and you have to constantly study. And I thought I could wing it, but in the end of the day, I couldn't wing it. So I went to write the third test, kept on trying. I knew that this was my goal. I can do it. I studied my ass off. I literally studied so much for test 3, and the results came back just as negative as test 1 as test 2. So I lost all hope, and I took a decision then, and I said, okay, well, I'm not going to meet the exam parameters that they set, so why should I even try for test 4? So it's at that point that I decided to deregister for my first attempt at CTA level 2, which was, for me, was actually the best thing I could have done, because that year just had more emotional trauma, and I don't know. So I was just glad that I didn't have to face that and the stress of CTAs as well. So I deregistered for my first attempt. I failed my first attempt. First thing in my life I actually failed at. It was so hard to get past, to just get past that and move on. So this is me in the next year at CTA level 2, second attempt.